Loud, yes. Hello, we're recording. Ooh, wait a minute. Hang on. There we go. Hello, we're recording. Welcome to our Team Spirit weekly team meeting. So I know all you guys know me. I'm Samantha, and I'm so excited to have so many new people from all over. We were for the longest time like just East Coast, and it's so nice to be able to have people all over. Heather is brand new, and she is like right down the street from me, which is super cool. And Sonia's brand new, and Karen, actually Sonia and Karen, you both contacted me from YouTube or because of YouTube, and I think that's really cool. Yeah. And so I'm going to get to meet Karen someday soon. She's in Virginia. I will be out there, and I got to meet Sonia this last week, which was super cool. And so that's for our newbies, our 3 newbies that are on. So exciting. All right, let me share my screen to my PowerPoint. Where is it? It's right here. I think I'm going to share, yeah, let's see if this works. Let's see if you work. Slideshow. All right. So, can you guys see this okay?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I'm so glad. Okay, because I have all these things on my screen that prevents me from seeing exactly, so I don't know what you're seeing. So our Team Spirit team meeting, I'm so excited for. I live for these. Okay, so we are going to do, we just did our on-time drawing, so never mind. Ha, just kidding, we did it. But let's see what we're doing in April so far. So we're doing pretty fantastic so far. You can see everybody, there's so many people that have sales in, and I don't know why, but it seems like the last 2 weeks is when everything goes in. So this is like the first half of the month. And so the last 2 weeks, I'm really excited to find out what's going to happen. Kendra and Heather are already over $1,000 in sales. Kendra, you're so close to your 5% bonus, and Heather is too. And in case you're not sure what that means, when you hit $1,500 in sales, retail sales, then you get a 5% cash bonus. So always shoot for that at least, because that's like leaving money on the table when you don't. And that's really exciting. And Heather paid off her kit this week, and she also got her first recruit. How exciting for you. Ooh, I'm so excited. All right, so let's see. Let's move on to what's going on right now. I have my little sheet here because I wanted to show you, but you're probably going to not see me. I don't think you guys can. You guys see me at all?
Yes.
Oh, good. So you can see both. Oh, that's really good. Okay. So what's going on now? First of all, we have our new sale flyer that's going on. I mailed these out already. If you started in Tupperware after I mailed them out, then you probably did not get them, but I mail out the new sale flyer right before it's right around the same time that the new ones start, or the samples start. So let me explain. Let me back up. This sale flyer started on Saturday, April 15th, and goes till May 12th. However, you can only use the sampling program on it until the end of April. I believe it's like the last Wednesday of the month is the last day. And I will post so you guys know. And then that next Thursday, the new sale flyer that doesn't start till the middle of May opens up for samples. So we get a new sale flyer in the middle of every single month. And that's to keep it fresh. I mean, oh my gosh, I just said that. I didn't even realize, like when I said that, keep it fresh is Tupperware. It's funny. But that's just to keep us fresh, because we need to know, like, I remember, I'm not going to say this company's name out loud, but I remember there's this company that a lot of my friends were like doing parties a long time ago, and a couple of my girls, or not my girls, people I knew were selling it. And I'd always go to the parties like wanting to buy to support them, because I'm like, oh, well, I want to support my friends. They support me. And they had the same stupid catalog for years. Every time I go, I'm like, give me something new. And they never had a sale flyer. And I always thought that was so lame. So even if somebody gets sick of our catalog after only 3 or 4 months, which they shouldn't because it's great stuff, but if they do, we have a new thing to keep us fresh every month. I'm going to use that. And there is an inside little flyer, or like a tear-off sheet on every single monthly sale flyer that is done at the end of the month. So even though this goes until May 12th, this little tear-off flyer only goes until April 28th. So make sure you're aware of that for your new sale flyer. And we're going to go through the sale flyer here in just a second. I want to share with you a couple things on there. New hostess gift special that's in the sale flyer. Hello, Cervalier bowls. How pretty are these colors? They're so gorgeous, and they're the ones like the old school ones that people like that you can press in the middle. They're like the Starburst seals. They're so cool. They're so nice. I actually like those seals the best because I know when I press in the middle and it makes that noise that they are like solid. They're not going anywhere. And then we have our new samples, which I showed you the little sample list. I have posted this on our team page. If you need it, let me know. And then this is also what came in the mail for you inside of the sale flyer if you had started before I mailed these out. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute too. And then we also have the new recipes to try. So what new recipe? We have a new recipe of the week. The recipe of the week is your chicken salad with grapes. And you're going to use your Smart Steamer and your Power Chef for this. I will have this posted on the team page so you guys don't have to worry about it if it's super small print and you're like, I don't know what that is. But I want to go over something with you. First of all, I say this a lot. So if you're new, you probably heard me say it a lot. If you're not new, maybe you hear me say it, but not as much as I used to say it to you like all the time. But you don't need to buy a lot of stuff. I don't want you to spend a ton of money. We are in this business to make money, right? But sometimes you have to spend some to make some. And I always want to give you guys the best options of what I think you should invest in. So if you're thinking about like, what should I buy? Of course, if you want to buy it for your kitchen and you're all about it for yourself or for gifts, do it. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I just want to give you some, good business tips. So first of all, the good business tip, I think, is that you should sample this Smart Steamer because this Smart Steamer is one of our hot products. It's one of our big products. It's like $119 in the catalog. And I sell these like crazy, and you will too if you have them and if you're using it. And it's on sale for $69 in the sale flyer, but we can get one for $44.85. And then you still get your sales credit of $69. So you're paying $44.85 and you're getting sales credit for $69. So this is a really great product to have. Even if you're going to earn one for free, you should still, I believe, purchase this. It's great for gifts. It's good for giveaways. And if you buy it now, then save it for when it's not on sale and sell it for full price. I mean, I like to buy extras of these even at the 25% discount because then when they're not on sale, I think, well, hello, I'm going to sell them at my party. So if I go to a party and I'm doing a Smart Steamer, $119 plus shipping and tax is a lot of money. But if I'm like, hey, anybody who wants to take one home now for $119, no shipping, no tax, they can buy one right now. People go crazy over that, and then you just doubled your money. I mean, this is how that's, it's good business sense. Something else I think you should always invest in is what's on the back of the sale flyer, because this is an only at a party. So if you go to a party, you can earn this for $14. It's the new freezer mates. The Freeze It Plus. I have to remember to call it that because these are brand new. They're going to come out in May. This is the first time we've seen them is on the sale flyer. So these Freeze It Plus and the Purchase with Purchase, which is the tumblers for $24 when you spend $35. And this is why. I'm actually going to switch to my screen for a minute because I want you to see me. Let's see how I'll stop sharing. This is why you want to purchase them, because this is how you can make the most of the party. Now, it's not always about the sales. My goal at a party is to get the hostess as much free stuff as she can possibly get. That, on a side, is good for me or for you if it's your party, because the more stuff she gets for free, the more money that you do make. I know that's the bottom line is what we want to make, but I always kind of say, like, don't put it always just on what we're making, because it's not really about us, it's about somebody else. It's just a good side effect that we get paid for it too. So how can you make your sales bigger so the hosts can get more free stuff? So the Smart Steamer, I actually did a whole demonstration on Fun Food and Facts this last Sunday on how to demonstrate the Smart Steamer and sell the most of them. I'm going to post the video of that on our team page. I'm going to post a lot after the meeting's over, so you guys are going to be overloaded with postings. So you can watch that and see how I demonstrated it and have the tips I give you on on how to sell the smart steamer because it's so amazing. But if you have this on the back and you have the purchase with purchase, when I sit down with people one-on-one at a party, I can say like, okay, so I see Sonia. So I'm like, so Sonia, let's say that you were at my party and you're my customer and we're sitting down with each other. And so I look at your stuff. I'm like, oh, great, you're getting this and this. And I just want to let you know that you do qualify for a couple things. First, you qualify for the Freeze It Plus set for $14. It is more impressive to have it with you, like sitting there, because then people can touch and feel it, because these are bigger than what they look like in the picture. You get all of these for just $14 because you came to the party. You qualify for that. And you also qualify for the purchase with purchase because you spent at least $35. You can get the whole entire tumbler bouquet for just $24. Would you like to add one or both to your order? People say all the time, oh, yeah, I'll add one or both, or just, I don't care, that's fine, put them both on there, whatever. These are really good gifts. Do you have teacher gifts coming up? You can fill them with candy and pens or aspirin if your kid's a pain in the butt, because, I mean, let's just be honest, sometimes you know your kid is going to give that teacher a headache, right? And so you can fill it with some aspirin and be like, sorry, you know, for that happening for the year, and maybe give an apple with it. It's just a cute gift, but look how many you get. You get 12 of them. That's 12 little teacher gifts or 12 gifts to give out. Those are just so super cute. Or what I like to do personally is I like to get these, and then I fill them with like little candy and tissue paper and little fun things like that. And then I wrap them up and give these out to hostesses at my parties. So these are 12 different gifts that you can give out. So it's just something nice to have. So these are good things that you buy low and then you reuse them, or you can show them at your party, and that's how you make money from them. So that's what I suggest you buy from the sale flyer. You don't have to buy the whole thing. I like to buy a lot of things because I like to do videos, as you guys might know, and I like to do like videos on the products, and obviously I need to have them with me to do that. But I don't want you to feel like you have to do that. If you want to, go for it. But if you don't want to, you do not have to. You will see the baby stuff in here. The baby stuff is super cute this time of year because there's so many baby showers right now. And why can I get there? Oh, here it is. I stock up on this stuff to give out as baby showers. Like, I think I have like 6 pregnant friends right now, and I'm going to stock up on some of these just so that I can give them. But these bell tumblers, you buy the bell tumblers, you get the sippy seals free. They're usually separated, and these are big, big sellers at vendor shows. So if you're doing a craft or vendor show or have those coming up, you might want to buy multiples of these to sell at your shows. And so I don't want to, like, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm just giving you tips of what sells and what you can use, because it's going to happen at some point where you're going to say, you know, I kind of want to invest and I'm not sure what to invest in. And these are some things that you can invest in, but don't feel like you have to. You don't. But if you want to, that's the good stuff to do. All right, let's go back to the PowerPoint. Let's see. Oh, I almost ended the meeting. That would not have been good. There you are, PowerPoint. All right, so that's our chicken salad with grapes. I'll post this. I think that when I used to eat chicken salad, I loved it with grapes. If it didn't have grapes, I thought there was something wrong with it, but this is a good one. I'm going to figure out how to make some of this stuff so like I can eat it. So like I'm trying to figure out how to make vegan mayonnaise and vegan sour cream. I don't know how, but maybe I'll Pinterest it. All right, so dating parties. Let's get into the training part, because, you know, I had this training kind of in my back pocket for a while. And a lot of you, when you filled out the door prize, actually every time you guys filled the door prize, this seems to be one of your top things that you ask for is, you know, how to date in home parties and dating parties. So I have a whole thing for you. So I'm going to show you that I actually have like a screen here, but I'm going to go to me and read off of it because it'll be easier. And then I will post this so you can see this later. Okay. So, here we go. All right, so make sure you guys take some notes because this will be very helpful. And then even though you're going to get this, I still suggest taking notes, because when I take notes and then I look at it later, it helps me remember. I don't know if you guys are that way, but it helps me. It's like a visual. So first of all, how to date in-home parties. So this goes for people if you're new or if you're not new. And if you're not new and you're watching this, you might have heard me say this quite a few times before. And it's because there's not like a magic pill for it, right? It's not like there's all these different ways to do it. I mean, there are different like techniques you can use, but this goes back to the basics. And that's what I love about our business, is that it's basic, right? So I'm going to give you a little story because I want you guys to know I've gone through this, and then I'll go into it. So this has happened several times to me. But I remember one specific time, Ellen, who's my upline director, I called her like practically crying. Ellen, I have no parties in my day book, and I've tried everything. I don't know what I'm gonna do, right? Like I said this, and she's like, really? You know, she's like, okay, calm down. And she literally gave me the exact same advice that I give other people. It doesn't change. And that was what was like, at first I got mad at her. I was like, no, tell me what else to do. And she's like, you know what to do, right? She's like, you just have to calm down and do the basic steps, because there's basics to everything. And I'm like, okay. And then I did. And then this is what filled date books back up over and over for me, because this happens a lot. I lose my datings all the time, because if I'm recruiting people at my parties, then I lose that party chain because they're getting that party chain. So I constantly have to put new datings in my date book. So number one, put together a list of people to call. And you know what, actually, do you think maybe I should, maybe I should post this so you guys can see this, because I was just thinking as I'm sharing this, you guys probably might want to see this. So let's go back. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth, but I am. Where are you? Okay, so put together a list of people to call. Your list should have at least 20 names and numbers, at least. It might be more, but I know that sometimes that can be overwhelming. You need to be prepared to have a response sheet. I have a notebook. Where is my notebook? I have a notebook. I have a notebook here, and it might not be on my desk because I usually keep it by my bed because sometimes I make my to-do list in it. But anyways, have a notebook. Be prepared to have a response sheet. So get a notebook and write down who you called, what date and time, and what the outcome was. This way you can see who you need to follow up with again and what your success rate is. So if you make a list of 20 people to call, now I say call. Does everybody answer? No, because we're in the world of texting, right? So call and leave a voicemail first and then text. Don't text first, because there's something about your voice, right, that's so powerful. And so what I like to do is, if I can't get a hold of them, instead of texting, I send them a text message with my voice, right? Because we can do that now. We can text them our voice and say, hey, this is Samantha, and I'm so excited about something. I got to tell you, please give me a call back as soon as you get a chance. Because we listen to that before we actually listen to voicemails. Because let's be real, who listens to the voicemails anymore? Should I say that out loud? Yeah, that's true. I don't listen to my voicemail. So I just don't. I just like to see who called, and now we have like visual voicemail, so I might look on it to see what they want, and then I'm like, oh, and I call them back. So anyway, make sure you make your success rate though in your book. So if you call and you're like, I called Karen on April 16th at 7 p.m., right? And I left a message and I left a voicemail. Well, great. Then you know when you go back a couple days later, if you haven't heard back from her, then you can call her again. It's called the 10-touch rule. This seems ridiculous, I know, but it's so true. 10 touch. If you don't hear back from them after 10 times, that's when you stop calling them. And I know this sounds crazy, but let's think about our own lives for a second. Oops, I'm sorry. My phone is going off. So 10-touch rule. So if somebody calls you and you're like, oh crap, I need to get back with them. Oh crap, I need to get back with them. Oh crap, I need to get back with them. And you say that over and over again, and then you keep forgetting, right? So after the 10th time, if they don't get back with you, then you can stop calling them. But chances are they'll probably call you back or eventually after like the 5th time. Have a small script ready to go, so you have an idea of what you want to say. What is in it for them, not what's in it for you. People want to help you, but ultimately they want to know what's in it for them. So for example, did you know that hostesses can earn the Power Chef system for just $25 for having a qualifying party? Isn't that exciting? So, I mean, that's huge. So a $600 party, you get $90 in free Tupperware, 2 half-off items, a free thank you gift, and the Power Chef system for just $25 for that. That's huge to know I mean, that's huge. So show what's in it for them, not what's in it for you. Okay. Don't let them just say no or yes and follow up with a question. So I'm going to explain this to you. I actually wrote this out in detail so that I wouldn't miss this. So this is called closing the sale. If someone says no to you, or they say yes, what happens is we tend to stop there. Yay, I got a yes, I dated a party. It's not in your date book. It's not a party until it's in your date book. Or you get a no, right? And you're like, no, I don't want to have a party. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you move on. Don't do that because there's always a follow-up with it. So this is closing the sale. If someone says no, you respond with this. Is that no, not now, or no, not ever? So if I say to somebody, hey, you know, there's this really great opportunity going on for the last 2 weeks of April. I'd love to have you in my date book so that you can get $90 in free Tupperware, 2 half-off items in the Power Chef system for only $25. I have Tuesday and Thursday of next week open. Does either one of them work for you? And they say, no. And I say, okay, so does that mean no, not now? Like those things don't work for you, or no, not ever, like you don't want to have a party? And that's so important to know, because if they say no, not ever, then you can say, well, thank them for their time, right? I think give them time and ask if they would refer someone to you that they know they would like to have a free shopping spree, or would you like to be invited to a party if someone you knew was having one? Because there's party goers and party havers, right? And if someone says to me no, then I can say, well, do you like to go to parties? Oh, I love to go to parties. I just don't like to have them. Perfect. I'll put you on my party goer list. So when you're having your own party and you're in home and you're like, who do I invite? You go down your party goer list. It's super simple. Or they can refer you. So is that no, not now, or no, not ever? If they say not now, then you can ask them, well, then what's a good time for you? And if they say, oh, well, not till June, great, let's go ahead and pick a date in June. Why wait? If they say in the next 2 months, put them in your date book. If they say more than 2 months out, then say, can I call you on that time frame? And then we can date a party, and ask them that way. And so the point is, don't let them off the hook without finding out why or when. That's just so important, because I get that all the time if someone says, well, nobody wants to have a party. And I say, well, how many nobodies did you talk to? And why do they want to have a party? You know, are they busy? They have one. Do they like to go to parties? Then you need to have your own party, because that's like having a party right there. If you get 4 people that said, no, not ever, but they like to come to parties, that right there means you need to have your own in-home party and invite all 4 of those people, right? Okay. So something else that is common is when someone says yes, then they never get the date. So if they say yes, then you immediately give them your 2-date options. If that doesn't work, give them the 3rd option. If they say no to that, ask them when would be good for them and make sure it works for you before you say yes. This is your business. Do not let someone else dictate your schedule, okay? And so, for example, for me, I like to do parties on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays. I prefer Tuesdays and Thursdays because for me, I feel like they're the most successful days. If somebody says, I can't do it, but I can do it on a Friday, I will. But I try not to have parties on Mondays and Fridays, and I don't like to do them on weekends. I don't like to do them on weekends because it's hard for me. This is a personal decision for me, but I find that I don't want to do a party on the weekend, and because other people don't. Like, it's their weekend off, you know, and they want to spend it with their family. And a lot of times they don't want to spend it at a Tupperware party, right? But during the week, they don't mind. And Mondays, I like to save it for like our team things. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are the days I like to have parties. Now, if someone tells me they can't do it any other day and they want to do it on a Friday or whatever, and I look at my day book and I have something open, then I might do it. But for the most part, it's my schedule. It's not theirs. Okay, so number 4, do not get discouraged. If someone says, no, this is not a personal attack on you. It is not a rejection. It just doesn't fit with their schedule. Have you ever said no to someone because it couldn't fit in with your schedule? Of course we have. Someone says, can you go shopping? Can you go out to dinner? Do you want to go here? Can you do that? I just can't. Is that saying that you hate them? You don't like them? No, it's just saying it doesn't fit with you, right, at this moment. So that's okay. And I'm sure that, oh, I already said that. So if someone hangs up on you, because this might happen, then just think to yourself, I guess that's a no, not ever, and move on. Don't be upset about it. It happens. They didn't hurt you. It didn't kill you. Just rip them up and say, obviously they don't want to party. So number 5, if you're getting a lot of no's, then maybe try changing up what you're saying. Call me and we can do a mock phone call, and maybe we can tweak what you are saying and what your approach is. We've all been there. I literally have to call and practice to see what I'm doing wrong sometimes, because sometimes I'm just like, crap, why am I getting all these no's? You know, like it just doesn't seem like I'm getting any yeses anywhere. And they're either no, not evers, or they're like no's and I can't get any more responses out of them. And so I think, okay, I think it's my approach. It's so hard to look at us and say, what are we doing wrong? But sometimes it's not necessarily like we are doing something wrong. We just need to tweak it a little bit so that it's, you know, pleasing to other people. It's all about word choices. Number 6, don't give up. It's a numbers game. The more you call, the more chances you have of getting yeses. So if you call 20 people, chances are you might only get 1 or 2 yeses out of that. That's okay. It seems like you're on the phone a lot. And in the beginning, you kind of are, right? If you have nothing in your date book. But I don't like being on the phone making phone calls all day. I think it's like, oh my gosh, I just hate it. But I do it because it's my business. So if I have parties up, so let's just say, for example, you have $2,000, excuse me, you need to make $500 in commission in the last 2 weeks of April. Then you would need to have $2,000 in retail sales, and that would yield you actually $600 because you'd get your $100 5% bonus, right? So that means that we're trying to do at least 2 datings at every party. You're not going to get 2 datings at every party. Well, I'm not going to say you never will, but don't be discouraged if you don't. You're going to get 0 at some, you're going to get 4 at another, you're going to get 2 at one. But let's just say that on average, it's 2 datings at every party. So if you had 2 parties this week and 2 parties next week, that's 8 parties into April. And then you're constantly redating. And that keeps you off the phone. So if you don't like the phone as much as I don't like the phone, then make sure you keep the party chain going. Excuse me. Okay, so numbers game. Please remember numbers game. All right, so now that I've given you some tips on dating, let me tell you what's coming up. It's a datathon. So I want you guys to be prepared for this, because I find that we don't talk about it enough, and then it's come and gone, and people are like, what was that? What's a datathon? What is that? So let me explain. Details. So this Thursday, April 20th, Tupperware is hosting a nationwide datathon. So what you do is you make calls starting today to date into April and into May. And on Thursday, you call all of your new in-home parties into the home office to register your parties up. Or you can go on tupperlive.com, and then you win chances. So when we do, I think, 3 datathons a year like this, like 3 big datathons. And what happens is, excuse me, what happens is you call them in, and every single hour, Tupperware pulls out tons of people's names for gifts. They're giving out gifts all day long. And I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, I've never won a gift. No, chances are you probably will. So you can either call it in, or you can go to tupperlive.com, and then you can like just fill it in online, so you don't have to always make a phone call. And there's constantly people winning prizes, and our group champion wins all the time. It's so great to see that, actually. And then in the month of May, all of your parties that you registered. Now, let's say you have parties that you dated after April 20th. You can continue to register your parties every time you date an in-home party in May. And then we have something called Price Patrol. So they pick people every single day. There's a party. They pick so many people to call the party randomly. And they call, and if your hostess answers, then you guys win. Everybody at the party gets a gift. The hostess gets a gift, and usually they give out an iPad. I don't know if they're going to do iPads this year, but they give out something big. Like no, they gave out diamond earrings, actually, in January, if I remember correctly. Last year it was an iPad. Who doesn't want diamond? And they're real diamonds. They're not fake. They're not cubic scorpion. They're real. And they give those out to us, which is really cool if they pick you. So it's like a really big honor. It's so cool. So So we're in a contest also. All the time we're in contests, and you guys win so much. And it's like, oh, I win this and that. And sometimes you're just going to get things in the mail and you're going to go, why did I win this? And I'll say, because you did your job, girl. Because you did your job. You just win things. And so that's a really big deal. And so you're going to see more coming up on that. And I want to give you another heads up is that on Thursday, I'm at a show all day long. So I'll be setting up in the morning. I'll be there all day, and I won't be back home in my time until like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the evening, which is even later East Coast time. So I'm going to post about this on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I'm going to have some things like pre-posting on Thursday so you guys remember to call them in. But I won't be in contact with my phone for most of that day, and I wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Okay. Let's see what's next. So what else is coming up? Oh, you guys need to know this. We have Tup Awareness Day on Saturday, April 22nd, all day. What's Tup Awareness? It's a day that we spread awareness about Tupperware. How many times a day do you hear, I didn't even know Tupperware was still around? I hear it all the time. And it's half annoying and half really refreshing to know that we need so many more people out there to spread Tup awareness. So what can you do to spread awareness? Well, you can complete the scavenger hunt, which I'll show you what that is in a little bit. You can friend find, which basically means that you go around to different neighborhoods and you can see people outside and you can meet people. You can pass out catalogs and sale flyers with door price slips to people in the park. I'm going to show you those when I come to my screen in a minute. You can put sale flyers on people's cars in the mall parking lot, right? People come out to finding like dumb things on their windshield wiper, like on their windshields, you know, and they're like, what's this stupid flyer? And then they don't use it. But who doesn't want a Tupperware sales flyer? I mean, I'll tell you what, 8 years ago, before I started selling Tupperware, I was looking for it because I wanted to buy it. If I came out to my car 8 years ago and I found a Tupperware monthly sale flyer in my car window, I would have freaked out. I'd have been so darn excited. And so I'm just saying, there are people out there that are just like us. You can pass out free citrus peelers to people with your business cards when they fill out door price slips. And I'm actually going to go over and stop sharing my screen because I want to share with you some of these things that I'm showing you. So I had everything sitting here. What am I doing? Here it is. Okay, so with the catalogs or the sale flyer, whatever one you choose to use, I have these door price drawing slips. And these are on the Team Spirit website, the Weebly website, but I can post these if you'd like. They're 4 to a page. I just print them out. And I staple them to the catalog like this. So when I meet somebody, I'm out and about, and they say, oh, do you have a free catalog, or do you have a catalog? I do have one. This is our door price drawing slip, and I have a pen with me. Fill this out, and you'll go into our monthly drawing. I give out free Tupperware every single month. And again, it can be something small or whatever, and if you don't have anything to give out and you need something, let me know. I can maybe help you. But if you say, will you fill this out? They'll say, no, thank you. But if you say, fill this out like this, and you nod your head, guess what? They're gonna fill it out. Fill this out, you're gonna be in a drawing for free Tupperware. Okay, then they start nodding their head because they don't know why, right? This works, and then you have their information. I remember I was at, oh my gosh, I remember this, I'm gonna tell you this story. I was at one of our manager meetings, like our it was not corporate, use corporate, regional, it was a regional manager meeting. And one of the girls raised her hand and said, I passed out 50 catalogs and I'm wasting all my money and nobody's calling me back. And I would, what? Why would you give away 50 catalogs and not get their information? And then I thought about it. She wasn't trained like I was, right? I was trained by good mentors. That's why. And so I'm training you guys now the way I was trained. The right way. Not that there's a wrong way, but yes, there is. And so this is the right way. Do not pass out 50 catalogs to people and not get their information. Now, if they don't want to give it to you, that's okay. You can still, give them the catalog, but chances are they will when you use the head nodding and the telling approach. People want to be told what to do. They just don't know it, right? And so this is what you do. And when you have their information right here, now, let me give you another trick to the trade. So they'll fill this out. They usually go to the bottom first, right? And then they pass it over. I look at it and go, oh, you know what? If you don't fill out the top half, I just assume they're all yeses, right? And then they go, oh, hang on a minute. Let me read it. I didn't notice it. And the first question is, I'd like to earn free Tupperware by hosting a party or cooking class with my friends. Yes, no, or could be bribed. And so I say that every time. Oh, if you don't fill the top half out, I just assume they're yeses. They're all yeses, right? People love it. And then they laugh, but then they're like, oh, wait a minute here. Hang on. And then I use the same approach if they fill out no. And I go, oh, Sonia, it says that you're no to a Tupperware party. Is that no, not now, or no, not ever? And I just ask, it's not being pushy, because I'm not pushy. I just want to know why, you know? And if they're like, well, just not now, I'm really busy. The kids are about to get out of school. Maybe in June when the kids are in school. Perfect. And then I take my pen and I write on here, maybe June party. So I'll call you in June and maybe we can set up a June party. Does that sound good? Okay, great. You know, that's not being pushy. It's not being silly. It's just asking for information. If your kid came home from school and he was like, Mom, I need you to sign this on the bottom here. Can you just sign that for me? Right? And he's doing this with his hand. You're not going to be like, okay. You're going to be like, all right. And then you're going to, wait a minute. What is this up here? What does this mean? Right? And he's going to give you some vague answer. Oh, it's just because I was busy, you know, and blah, blah. No. You're going to investigate that more, right? No. I need to know why this is happening, right? It's the same concept. Just have to feel more confident with yourself. It's the same concept. Just think that way. That's how I think. Okay, so let's go back over to the screen. Let's see what's next. Actually, let me see if I need to go back to the screen. I think I might have, oh, what happened? Oh, all right. I want to show you where the scavenger hunt is. Let me show you where the scavenger hunt. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, but I'm going to share it somewhere else. I'm going to share my desktop, which is a hot mess, so don't mind it. This is my laptop. It's not very organized. My other one is pretty organized. Okay, so when you, oops. I think I muted or unmuted somebody. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to move my screen here. So if I unmuted you or muted you, I apologize. Okay, so.
What's up with the Golden Girls theme song?
Oh, you're not supposed to see that. You'll see that in a minute. I'm like, where do you see that? I'm like, oh, yeah, you'll see it in a minute. I unmuted you. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Okay, so when you first log in, if you need to mute yourself again, you can. You don't have to, but I feel bad. I didn't mean to unmute you. I'm sorry. Okay, when you first log into my.tupperware.com, so my.tupperware.com, this is what you see right here, right? And so here's your My Sales. Now, this is your week's awards, but here's your My Sales. I want to go here. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Salesforce website. I want to go here because I want to show you guys how great this is an amazing thing. Oh, I need to log back in. Oops. I must have timed out. Okay, so this is your Salesforce website right here. And so at the top, you see this My Week email. This comes out every Saturday morning for us. And what I suggest is, this is Cheryl Smith, our VP. She's an amazing woman in so many ways. And so what I suggest is, in the morning when you wake up on Saturday, make it part of your routine that you sit down with a cup of coffee and your laptop or your computer or your phone and go outside. If you're, you know, if you have nice weather like I do, you know, I'm not trying to brag, but I do. I'm sorry, my friends back home do not. Actually, I think they do have nice weather now. It's getting to warm up. But anyway, press play and watch this video, because she's going to tell you what's going on during the week, right? I can tell you too, but she's going to tell you what you're earning. She's going to tell you what's going on. These are things that you can learn all week long. So please watch her videos. They're that good. And then you can see there's all these flyers that you can click on. What's in it for new consultants? Are you a new consultant and you want to know what's in it for you? Watch the video. Social shareable image of flyer, a printable flyer. You know, this is great to be able to watch that. And then what's in it for your posts and party guests? These are all clickable right here, right? Your brochure, the training video. So do you want a training video just on this right here? Click on that and watch it. These aren't real long videos, but these are things to help you, because I hear a lot of people want to know about product knowledge. This is the way to get it. And I'm going to tell you guys are super lucky, because when I first started in Tupperware, we didn't have any of this. I remember Google searching everything, and there wasn't that much information out there. So I had to go to our meetings all the time, and we didn't even have that many. So yeah, you need, ooh, what happened here? Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, so click on all of that. This is birthday month coming up. Now, I could talk about birthday month all day long. I'm not going to talk about birthday month right now because we have 2 weeks left of April, and I don't want us to be so focused on birthday month that we forget about April. If you guys work really hard right now for the last weeks in April, you're going to have a really great birthday month, right? So you can plan May while you're still doing April. So here's like recipes, the surprise piñata cake, which I'm going to be doing really soon. I'm hoping to do that video this week. If not, I'm going to get it done next week. It's going to be so much fun. A taco casserole recipe. Hello, right? So there's all that stuff going on right now. Tupper Live News. Here's the DataThon training agenda. So remember I talked about the DataThon? So on May birthday month, Thursday, April 20th, you report your May datings by calling this number or report them by going to what they said right here. Like you can read that. From 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll be entered into an hourly drawing for cool prizes. Plus, from 6 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. So let's see, 6, 5, 4, 3. So that's at 3 o'clock our time, if you're on our time, my time. Then you can go to tupperlive.com and they have awesome trainings to help you through your birthday month. So sit down and watch it. I mean, I know it's like that's really long, but if you don't have anything else to do, it's kind of like having the TV on, right? So that is your Datathon. Tup Awareness Day. So here's your lead slips. I like my lead slips better. You can use theirs. You can use mine, whatever you want. You can shop for Tup Awareness materials on Vistaprint here. Scavenger hunt is right here. So I'm going to click on that because I want you guys to see the scavenger hunt. This is fun. Sometimes I don't know like how to approach people. Even I've done this for years and I'm like, who am I going to talk to? So you're going to find someone taking a selfie. So are you out and about and someone's taking a selfie? We see people taking selfies all the time. Then you just walk up to them and say, hi, I'm in a contest. Introduce yourself. My name is Samantha. I'm with Tupperware and I'm in a contest because Tupperware's has Tup Awareness Day today. So I need to take a picture with you, if that's okay, and give out a catalog to you just because you're taking a selfie for a scavenger hunt. And then you show her the scavenger hunt. I mean, people love to help with scavenger hunts. I see teenage girls doing scavenger hunts all the time. And they walk up to me and I'm like, oh, sure, I'd love to help you, right? It just happens. A mom, don't forget to mention the awesomeness of Mama Eats Well. I had that book on my desk somewhere, but my desk is a mess right now. A person you meet at a local shopping center, someone of the opposite gender, the tallest person in your view, a person carrying a tote or a shopping bag, a millennial-ish. You don't need to check for ID, and don't call them a millennial because let's just be real, we don't like being called millennials, right? Someone with a pet, someone who looks like they could be your new TFF. What's TFF? It's Tupperware Friend Forever. And someone in a coffee shop. So this is congrats, you did it. So I have a gift for anybody who completes a scavenger hunt. What is the gift, do you ask? Oh, I'm going to tell you. I don't have a picture of it yet, but I'm going to post a picture. So I have these really special Tupperware water bottles that are sparkly. Like you can't get them anywhere. They're sparkly water bottles. And I'm going to fill it. And I had one and I was going to show it to you, but I just dropped it on the floor. But I have these sparkly Tupperware pens that say Tupperware on them. Well, it's hard to see it says Tupperware and they have sparkles on them and they have this little thing that you can use for your your phone, right? And I'm going to put that inside the water bottle, and every few water bottles is also going to have a piece of paper with a bonus gift on it. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, right? It's just going to be a bonus gift. So after Saturday, and actually I'm going to give you Saturday and Sunday. I know this is supposed to be just for Saturday, but sometimes we take 2 days to do things. So if you have the scavenger hunt complete by the end of the weekend and you let me know, you screenshot a picture of it or you send me pictures of you with your scavenger hunt, then I'm going to send you a picture of the water bottles and you can pick which color you want and I will pull it out and it might have an extra gift in there and I will ship it straight to you. Unless you're Heather and you live next door and I will bring it to you.
I'll walk down and grab it.
Right, walk out and grab it, right? So, so yeah, do the scavenger hunt, because what's going to happen is A, you're going to spread the word of Tupperware. B, you're going to make some new friends, and C, you're going to get outside your comfort zone. And that's just really, really important, right? We all need to get outside our comfort zones just a little bit. So I wanted to show that to you. All right. So let me go over to my PowerPoint and see what I have left. Okay. So one more announcement before we wrap up. I wanted to do a lot more training for this video, but this actually, what I'm going to tell you, this has something to do with it. So we do team meetings like this once a month, and I don't think it's enough, because what happened was when I lived in Cleveland, or when I lived in Ohio, we had rallies every single week. Every single week we had a rally. It was an amazing meeting, and you could come. And most of the people I did recruit were local, so they could come to these rallies. And that's how you got training and information, and you got pumped up. And that's how you knew it was new. That's where you got your information, right? And since I moved away, I feel like even though they record them live and we can watch them, we don't always get like that one-on-one touch with it, right? So I'm going to try something new out, and this is a trial error, and I say trial because I need to know how it's going to work out schedule-wise, but I want to start doing a weekly team. I'm going to call it a weekly team turnout. At least I think it's what I'm going to call it. So every Monday, we're going to have a Team Spirit online meeting, this online Zoom meeting, right? And the time's going to vary because I wanted to do it during the day, but I know some of you worked in a day. I'm going to record them all, and I'm going to post them, and I might do some at night, but I want to do something weekly. And maybe it won't be a whole hour, because if we're doing it every week, we might be able to do like a half-an-hour session, right? So I would love to be able to every week just kind of come to you guys and say, hey, this is what's going on. Congratulations to who sold the week before. Kind of give a big shout out and give like a small mini training. So you guys get small mini trainings every single week, as opposed to waiting once a month. That's just not enough. So you guys got this small weekly training. It took me an hour to get through this today, but it's because I haven't seen you in a month, right? So I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to give out giveaways. We're going to do door prize drawings. It's going to be fun, but it's something I really, really want to try out and see what you guys think. So it's okay to personal message or text me any ideas you have, what you like about it. We do fun food and facts on Sunday nights. So I don't want to do the exact same thing, because I want you guys to be able to get on Sunday nights or watch the recording, when it's convenient for you. That's why I record everything, because, you know, sometimes you just can't get on, right? And that's okay. And I don't expect you to, because it's your schedule, right? That's what's so cool about this business. Sometimes you're up late at night, and sometimes you're up early in the morning. And let's be real, if you know me, I'm not up early in the morning, so you're not going to get me, you know? So I'm going to be able to post these so you can watch them when you want. So Fun Food and Facts, just so you know, is every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. our Pacific time. And that there's always a demonstration on whatever we're cooking for the month. It's usually the Say Yes offer. But like, I know the Say Yes offer isn't obviously the Smart Seer, but it's like the big thing we're focused on, right? So that's all of the recipes all month long that we share. And there's facts, and there's training on that. So it'll be different kind of training. It's going to be more like focused training every week. So, and then also like a big rah-rah, because we want to be able to cheer our team members on, because we're like family and we need to be able to bond together, right? That's what we're going to do. And so we're going to try that out every week. So if you have any ideas or any suggestions or something that you want to know about, please feel free to let me know, because I want to be able to, you know, to help you guys, because it's all about what we can do for, you know, for each other, to help each other. So, all right, now, if you guys don't know, because you're new, we have a team theme song, and it's the Golden Girls. So I'm going to play it, and you don't have to sing along, but it's helpful, because I want you guys to know. Oh, there might be an ad. No, there's thank you for being a friend. Right? I can't sing. That's okay. And back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a Tupperware party and invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. And we we are going to sing that at the end of all of our team meetings because we need to, right? We should. Because I want to thank you for being a friend. And this actually started a long time ago. I don't remember how. And then we started singing it at the end of our meetings. And then we stopped doing it for a while. And I was like, why did we stop that? We're all friends. So anyway, thank you guys. I want to thank you for getting on. I'm actually going to stop recording and then let you guys know what our aha thing is going to be. So